Back here at home, it's been a stunningly beautiful day across southern Colorado, a stark contrast to that polar vortex we saw last month.
Yeah, meteorologist Alan Rose joins us live from the Springs with some, sadly we have to review this, the cold hard facts, Alan, about that Arctic blast.
And last month's brutally cold air brought some really cold temperatures from the polar regions all the way down to the Gulf Coast. In southern Colorado, guys, we took a ride on the Polar Express, setting records along the way. Let's talk about the setup as we switch to the maps. A very cold area of low pressure made it all the way down to the Central Plains, and that helped to plunge that very cold air very far to the south, even for mid-February standards. Now in the Springs, during the coldest part of that cold snap, we saw 4 consecutive days with temperatures at or below freezing. In Pueblo, it was 10 days at or below the freezing mark. The coldest stretch of period was from February 12th to the 15th. And for Colorado Springs, we set records on the 14th and 15th. The 15th, we were all the way down to -16. Also for the month of February, it ended up being the 11th coldest on record with a temperature of 26.1 degrees. And for Pueblo, it was the 13th coldest on record. Now, in spite of that cold weather we saw last month and those new records, if we look at some data from Climate Central, this indicates that we've seen a general warming trend over the past 50 years. This right here on this graphic is the lowest temperature each year for Colorado Springs. And if we look at the numbers from 1970 to 2020, we can see with that white line, that's the mean or the average, an increase of about 6.6 degrees during that time. Now, warming or not, scientists do suggest that changing climate could support more extreme weather events in the future, including prolonged periods of drought here in southern Colorado. Always watching out for you, southern Colorado. I'm meteorologist Alan Rose, News 5.